Hey everyone, this is Ring Authority News, your home for non-stop WWE energy. Subscribe now and let's dive right into the ring. November 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the night WWE's entire power structure shook to its core. Jacob Fatu, long presumed gone, sidelined, or simply erased from the conversation, returned in a moment so explosive, so unexpected, that the wrestling world is still trying to absorb its impact. Brock Lesnar stood tall, Paul Heyman boasted as he always does, and the WWE Universe thought they knew exactly how the night would unfold. They didn't, because Jacob Fatu didn't just return. He reclaimed something: authority, presence, identity. His reappearance wasn't an attack. It was a statement that changed everything about WWE's future. The night the energy in the arena shifted. From the moment the show began, something felt different. Brock Lesnar dominated the ring with his signature aura, calm, confident, and undefeated in the minds of those watching. Paul Heyman stood beside him like a proud general, declaring Brock's dominance over the entire WWE landscape. The crowd buzzed with excitement, but also with a strange tension that nobody could quite place. It felt like the air before a storm, the quiet before something monumental. When the arena lights flickered, the energy transformed instantly. Phones went up, whispers spread, and the audience sensed something seismic was coming. Nobody could have predicted just how much the next few moments would alter WWE's trajectory. The return that should have been impossible. When Jacob Fatu's music hit, it didn't feel like a normal return. It felt like the arrival of a force that had been waiting in silence, gathering purpose. Fatu emerged through the darkness with a calm, composed presence that radiated confidence. This wasn't the same Fatu who had been written off months earlier. This version carried himself like a man who had spent months reflecting, rebuilding, and preparing for a moment that would define his career. He didn't rush. He didn't grandstand. He simply walked with intention toward the man who had once left him sidelined. The audience reaction was instantaneous, a mixture of disbelief, excitement, and awe as Fatu approached the ring with a quiet determination etched across his face. Brock Lesnar's composure meets a new reality. Brock Lesnar, normally unfazed by any challenger, paused the moment he saw Jacob Fatu on the ramp. His expression changed, not to panic or fear, but to genuine surprise. Even Brock, with all his experience, couldn't hide that he hadn't expected to see Fatu again anytime soon. Paul Heyman's demeanor shifted even faster. Gone was the confident bravado. In its place was a concerned advisor trying to de-escalate a situation he no longer controlled. He gestured, spoke rapidly, and attempted to mediate, but it was clear this moment wasn't his to manage. The WWE Universe leaned forward, understanding instinctively that something major was unfolding between two physical forces who rarely share the same emotional space. A confrontation that redefined power. When Jacob Fatu entered the ring, the tension became palpable. He didn't speak immediately. He simply stood in front of Lesnar, close enough for the weight of their history to fill the silence. Instead of chaos, the confrontation became something deeper, an unspoken acknowledgement of past conflict and unfinished business. The crowd, already electric, sensed the magnitude of what was happening. The power dynamic shifted in real time. Brock wasn't facing another challenger. He was facing a man who wasn't there to prove anything. Fatu's return wasn't an act of retaliation. It was a symbolic message. He was reclaiming his place in WWE, not as an underdog, but as someone who belonged in the same breath as Brock Lesnar. Jacob Fatu's presence reshapes the entire arena. The remarkable part of this return wasn't aggression or spectacle, it was restraint. Jacob Fatu asserted himself through sheer presence, through eye contact, through the weight of his return alone. He made it clear that he wasn't there for blind destruction. He was there to send a message. Every step, every gesture, every moment was purposeful. The atmosphere became almost cinematic as both men realized they were standing at the crossroads of a rivalry that had never truly ended. Paul Heyman looked between them as if witnessing two tectonic plates colliding. The commentary team fell silent. Fans recorded every millisecond. The entire WWE Universe understood that some moments don't need chaos. They carry power all on their own. The Bloodline's shadow falls over the arena. Just when the tension reached its peak, the Titantron illuminated the arena with the unexpected sight of the Bloodline watching from an undisclosed location. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and other members appeared not with aggression, but with quiet approval, subtly nodding as Jacob Fatu confronted Brock. Their expressions weren't threatening. They were proud, deliberate, measured. It was the clearest evidence yet that Fatu's return wasn't spontaneous or emotional. It was coordinated, it was sanctioned, it was strategic. The Bloodline hadn't diminished. They had evolved. And their message was unmistakable. Jacob Fatu was not alone. The family's unity, once fractured, was showing signs of reforging itself with new purpose. The WWE Universe reacts to the shift in power. The moment the broadcast cut to the locker room, social media exploded. Fans debated what Fatu's return meant. Was he the new enforcer of the Bloodline? Was Roman Reigns preparing a return of his own? Was this a changing of the guard? Wrestling journalists scrambled to report every angle, while insiders whispered about long-term storylines finally coming to fruition. Brock Lesnar's reaction, caught between shock, respect, and sudden awareness, became a meme within minutes. But more importantly, the WWE Universe recognized the magnitude of this return. It wasn't about an attack, it was about a shift in narrative, a redirection of power, a reignition of a dormant rivalry that now had Bloodline fingerprints all over it. The future of WWE just became unpredictable. Jacob Fatu's return didn't simply create a moment, it created an era. Brock Lesnar now faces a challenger with renewed purpose and full family backing. The Bloodline has added a powerful, disciplined force to their ranks. And the WWE roster must now operate in a landscape where the hierarchy has shifted dramatically. Rumors began swirling instantly. Talk of Roman Reigns' timetable, theories about a potential Lesnar-Bloodline conflict, speculation about whether Fatu could be a future champion. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this moment so captivating. Jacob Fatu reminded the world that WWE thrives on unpredictability, on bold moves, and on returns that reshape everything. And on November 2nd, he did just that.